Hey everybody, James here and welcome to episode 2 of the Homecoming with my local team Montrose FC in the Scottish 4th tier. Now today we have a live comp against Arbroath in what is our first home game of the season and the biggest probably home game of the season. It is the local derby. This is the mini Scottish Old Firm, if you like, the El Clasico of lower league football in Scotland. Now I'm just playing when I say that, but it is a derby. There's not that many miles between the two teams, around 14-13 miles. And of course I live in Montrose, so I know Arbroath quite well as well. So today we play them in the live comp, but we've got a few other things to catch up on in terms of fixtures played pre-season, and we've played a couple of games so far this season already. But I played those because I wanted to bring you the live com from Arbroath and not obviously have too many games in such short times for the live com. We've also brought a couple of players in, but let's get into things, talk about a few details before we get into today's live com. So we have two new affiliate clubs, a parent club, Celtic. We chose, it was out of the Old Firm club, Celtic and Rangers. Of course, I've picked Celtic simply because they are far the superior team in Scotland, and hopefully they'll get a few good regens over the years that we could maybe loan out. Haven't took anyone as yet from them, but hopefully we can over the seasons to come. And Montrose Rosalie, they are the junior club in my local town, and actually the occasional Montrose player does go on loan there in real life, and there are currently a couple there this season so far. So those are the two new affiliate clubs that we have with those two teams. Now we haven't sold anyone or let anybody go or released any players at all, but we have done is brought in two players, both in a trial capacity for 4 weeks, so hopefully we can get something out of those players. Now first coming in on trial is Paul Slane. You may even remember him around 10 years ago when he was 17-18 years old. He broke through at Motherwell and played around 2-3 games before standardly in Scottish football being snapped up by one of the Old Firm teams. In this case it was Celtic. He only went on to make one appearance for Celtic before going on loan to the likes of MK Dons, I think it was Ayr United, Partick Thistle as well. And now sadly on the game he's only 24 years old and he is a free agent. So we've picked him up. He plays on the right wing, but I remember when he was younger, I think he played in the middle, and we're usually going to play him maybe just off the striker if he gets a lot of game time for us. He has made a couple of appearances, so hopefully he will do something for us. As I say, he's on a 4-week trial, so if it doesn't work out, we can release him. We're not paying anything for him as it happens in terms of wages at the moment, but we'll see how things go with Paul Slane. But he's one of the first ones we've brought in. We are actively looking to bring other players also. Now the second one we've currently brought in is Derek Riordan, formerly of Hibernian, also Celtic, I think MK Dons too. Played with a lot of clubs in recent years. At Hibernian I think he was like most successful in terms of how much game time he got played. Done alright at Celtic. He was a decent player when he was in Scotland. I think he had a bit of a bad attitude, but that's just the thing I get from when he moved on so many clubs around the latter stage of his career. But he's 33 now, does have 3 Scottish caps, and he's someone that could be good for us at this level. Good experience, he's got some good attributes, good areas in the technical aspect of his game. Mentally he's pretty good, physically he's poor, but to be honest he's never been a physically good player. Described as a journeyman because of his recent moves where he keeps on moving for short term deals, but he is a free agent and we have brought him in on a 4-week trial, and I'm confident like this one, I think we could see him extend this deal to the end of the season. Slane, we'll see how that goes, but Riordan, I'm pretty sure if he does well, he could be here till the end of the season. So in terms of tactics, we did go for the 4-1-2-1-2 diamond, but we've since then moved into a 4-3-1-2. This is kind of the team we're playing with at the minute. It's Miller, Steeves. At the back we have Allen and Masson, but we have also got, I think it's Cal McDonald, who was just suspended in the last game, but he's away to come back into the squad. Pascasio did start the last game. Callahan, Ballantyne and Webster in the middle. Hay, Templeman and Fraser up top. Occupying the benches, a regen Ryan Ross. Bolachevecki, he's kind of stepped into the place of Pascasio because McDonald was suspended, of course. Ferguson, Dylan Thomas, Paul Slane and Matty Smith and Derek Riordan also on the bench. We've got a lot of players in reserves. Should we need them, probably shift a few of them on soon, but that's the way we're lining up in terms of formation and personnel at the moment. So here is how we're lining up in the team instruction area as it stands. Highly structured, we play a normal tempo, balanced width, because really we're only playing wide if it's through our fullbacks, but they're kind of limited to stay back really. Slightly deeper defence, don't want us getting caught offside, especially at this sort of level of football. closing down sometimes, prevent short goalkeeper distribution. I always have that on regardless of what saves. It means one of your forward men is always pressing on the goalkeeper. Use tighter marking, really give nobody space, get stuck in, kind of the same thing. More disciplined. We don't really want to play any fancy football and risk fancy things at this stage and at this level of football part-time. Mixed passing, directness, pump ball into the box, that's because we're playing a target man. Exploit the middle because most of our play is going to be down the middle with 2 strikers, 3 centre midfielders and an attacking midfielder. As I say, the only wide plays from the 2 limited fullbacks, but they really won't go forward a lot. Float crosses, that's because we've got a target man and Templeman playing up top. Hit early crosses, that's just for our fullbacks. If they do get forward, just play an early ball. Dribble less and stick to position. So we're very structured and we're very military-like. We want everything to be precise and risk not a lot in terms of fancy football. So in pre-season we did have 4 games lined up, but the Socky friendly got cancelled. We then played Aberdeen at home. We lost 2-0 as you expect. They brought a few big time players. Niall McGinn, of course, getting a goal in that game. He's probably one of their better players. Conor McGlennon got in the other goal. Both goals come from within 6 minutes of time, so we held our own for a long time, but we were never really going to get a result out of that. The next match was away to Broxburn, a Kerhay double, won 2-0 in that game, and then we won 3-1 away to Penrith. Kieran McWalton, Terry Masson, the captain, and Kerhay getting goals in that game. Now guys, one thing I did forget was the early cup, which gets played before the season actually starts. So I was planning on bringing you today's game as the first live com, which is what I'm going to do, but I did forget about the tournament that happens before the season starts, so I'll just show you that and how it went. So here we are guys, it was a 5-team group knockout tournament. It's the Betfred Cup, and I'd really forgot about it, I must be honest. So we did draw against Dumbarton, Ayr, Queen's Park and Motherwell. Now 2 of those teams are 2 divisions above us, 1 is 1 division above us and 1 is in the top league in Scotland, that being Motherwell. So we did lose at home 3-0 to Dumbarton, we lost 1-0 away to Ayr, we lost 2-0 away to Queen's Park, and we lost 1-0, probably our best performance of this 4-game tournament. We would already been knocked out, but we lost 1-0 at home to Motherwell. Disappointing not to even score a single goal, but to be honest guys, 4 defeats on the bounce was expected. So really, due to forgetting about this, I really treated it as a part of an extra bit of pre-season, a bit of work to see where we can improve, but those teams were far superior to us and they were always going to beat us. Disappointing to not score is the main thing. We did concede a few goals, but I guess that 1-0 defeat against Motherwell is something we could look to be proud of, and that obviously that Aberdeen late 2 goals conceded in pre-season, disappointing but a loss, and we held it for so long. But that's how it summed up guys, the Betfred Cup, but we have gotten into more competitive football recently. So the first game of the season came in the Challenge Cup first round, and it was against Aberdeen under-20s at Pittodrie, and we actually came away with a win from this game. We had 12 shots, only 2 on target, 54% possession, but I felt like we played okay in this game. Gary Fraser getting a penalty, scoring in the 85th minute. It was not an entertaining game, pretty scrappy to be honest, and I felt like always 1 goal was going to win this. So, pleased to progress in the Challenge Cup. A good win over an Aberdeen side, and to be honest, we're into the second round and we have drawn ourselves against another local team, an Angus team, another mini derby against Forfar at home in the second round. So league duty, I usually play the first game of the season as a live com, but I did want to bring you today's one first, the derby against Arbroath. It's probably going to be the biggest game of the season, or certainly one of. So we played Clyde away from home, managed by Barry Ferguson, legend of Rangers. And as you can see guys, we picked up a 2-1 win. We did however miss a penalty through Gary Fraser in the 28th minute. We went 1-0 down, Scott McLaughlin scored from the penalty spot for Clyde. Derek Radden came on as a substitute and he did score on his debut. Of course, he's on a trial with us, so that's got his start off with Montrose to a very good start. And the captain, Terry Masson, in the 78th minute popped up to score a goal. Quite even, 10 shots to 9 for Clyde to Montrose. 3 shots on target for Clyde, 4 on target for Montrose, and possession was quite even. So it was a close game, and I was disappointed to miss that penalty because I felt like that there was a big chance for us, but we did come out with a win, and I'm delighted because I honestly had us down for a certain defeat for this game. So to open the league campaign with a team who I think will go very well and be up there in terms of trying to get promoted, to win this is massive. Away from home is massive, and we go into the derby today, first home game of the season, in very good stead. Delighted to pick up this win away to Clyde. So we do have around £47,000 in the bank, and 2 players I'm looking to bring in, probably not this season because I don't think they'd have any interest in joining, and due to the fact I think they've just joined Forfar is Thomas O'Brien and Lewis Milne. Now, if you've seen me play Football Manager Saves before, or on the Football Manager WizKids Facebook page, etc., whenever I do a lower league signing, I used to always sign Lewis Milne from Forfar. Now, he used to play for Cowdenbeath, but he's got very good attributes. Look at his technical attributes, very, very good. Now, his stats actually used to be better than this when he was at Cowdenbeath, but that's because they were playing on a much higher level. Really good player, and someone, I think if I manage to get promoted within the next 2 seasons or so, I'll definitely look to bring Lewis Milne in. Surprised actually in real life when he did move to Forfar after racking up so many appearances for Cowdenbeath, and it was quite a drop that he took, to be fair, as well. Thomas O'Brien, good player also. He's centre back, but this is the main one that I would really like. I think he can do something for me in the future should we progress with this save. So here we are, guys. As I say, I've run you through the lineup briefly earlier on. Miller, Steves, McDonald, Allen, Masson, Webster, Ballantyne, Callahan, Hay, Templeman and Fraser starting for us. Now Arbroath are going with a 4-4-2. Flat, Hamilton, Gill, Suker, Little, Watley, Ferns, McCord, Hodge, Bobby Lynn on the left hand side. He's definitely their main man. Boulding and McCallum up top. Right lads, the game's underway. Passionately wishing the boys good luck. Of course it's a derby. This means a lot to the community in the town, and hopefully we can pick up a good result today. Now you may notice here the synthetic pitch, of course, Links Park, Montrose, the home pitch, and it is of course artificial. Cost a lot of money for the local town and community to put together, but it's used for a lot of purposes and a lot of other football teams and a lot of local matches in terms of 5-a-side, etc., not just for Montrose to play on, but obviously it's immaculate condition and never gets ruined, so you can see it in terms of Football Manager and what they've done in the game to make it look like that. So we're playing on advanced highlights here, not key because I don't like playing on key, just basically almost every time you come on it's like a goal, so it's very too predictable, so I don't like to do that. Not a lot happening in the early stages here. Might just speed it up a little bit. 20 minutes gone here, not a lot happening at all. Kinda your predictable lower league football actually, especially in Scotland, it's not very fancy. Steves, Callahan, Hay, Webster, Masson, Templeman, very deep for the target man, Fraser, back to Ballantyne, Hay will collect it, Webster, Templeman, Callahan, Hay, Ballantyne. A lot of short passing in the middle of the pitch here. We are looking to exploit the middle though. That's kind of what the boys have been told to do, and a long clearance has put McCallum ahead, and that was a good bit of defensive play for McDonald, but that's how simple it was, guys. That's how simple it is at this level. One punt over the top and your team's through. 32 minutes gone here at Links Park in the first Angus derby of the season. McCord, formerly of Montrose. Oh, that was close to being a penalty. There has been a couple of penalties being given away early doors. And Fraser, Gary Fraser's through. If you want anybody through, it's Gary Fraser. He hits the post. And if you want anybody in this division to be on that one-on-one with the goalkeeper, it's that man, Gary Fraser. And he went through. Big chance, and he hits the post. He really should have scored, and that was a big chance. And Templeman's through. It's one-on-one. Unbelievable scenes. Templeman, also like Fraser, with a one-on-one, blasts wide. Ridiculous chances, ridiculous play, and we should be 2-0 up judging on those chances. That is very poor. We will be ruining those if we don't take the 3 points today. Callahan, Ballantyne, Webster, Hay, Templeman puts it high, wide and not at all handsome, but those are disappointing as we look to go into the break at 0-0, and really we should be ahead in this game. Very disappointing. So that's half time, guys. We'll make a few tweaks and twinges and we'll see what we can do in the second half. Okay guys, so we're going to go very bold here. We're going to take out the Cam, Hay, and we're going to go for a 4-flat-3 strike force. Templeman, Radin and Fraser up top. That could be damage material. A little bit of encouragement for the boys, telling them they can come out of this match with a win. The second half we're about to get underway. Hopefully we can pick up a win here. It would be a very impressive win, but really I'm feeling aggrieved that Hare Templeman, two of the best strikers in this division, in my opinion, did not manage to put one of those chances away. Disappointing, but we have to forget about them, move on, and hopefully we can get another chance like that with those three men up top. 55 minutes gone here. I think we'll make another substitution. I think we're going to bring on Dylan Thomas for Graham Webster, who's not really been involved in the game, and with a 6.50 compared to 6.8 and 6.9 of his fellow centre midfielders, he's the one playing the poorest. So we'll bring on Dylan Thomas on loan from Aberdeen. Going to tell the guys to push forward. I think this game's there for the win. Lynn. Arbroath have never really had a chance, actually. We've not really seen a highlight from them as yet. Maybe one. McCallum. Bobby Lynn, the danger man. Very well dealt with by Terry Masson. Long-term servant in the club and club captain, of course. Bobby Lynn. McCord. McCallum. No! And that's what happens when you don't take your chances at this level, guys. Two massive chances, and Donald McCallum, one chance. Very, very disappointing. And it looks like those two chances are going to come back to haunt us. Hopefully not. Rardon plays it back out wide to Callan. Thomas. Fraser. Nothing comes of it. 15 minutes to go here. I'm feeling a little bit disappointed. It just shows how costly those chances are. If you get chances like that at this level, you have to finish them. And it looks like the first derby of the season is going to go to the Red Lichties, and indeed it is, and that, my friends, is very, very disappointing. So there we go, guys. 2 games played this season in the league. A massive win away to Clyde, which we didn't see coming, but a very, very disappointing defeat against Arbroath. They are superior to us in terms of ability, in terms of squad, I believe, but that's very disappointing. But if you'd offered me 3 points from Clyde away and Arbroath at home, I would have taken it. So here we are, there's the league table, guys. 1 win, 1 loss, 2 goals scored, 2 goals conceded, and 3 points on the board. 4 for the team leading the way in real life as well. They're the team you're probably going to have to compete against if you want to be at the top of this league. They've got 2 wins out of 2. As you can see, only 1 of our shots on target, which is very disappointing. Okay, guys, so here we are on the fixtures table. Now, we play Forfar at home in the Challenge Cup next. Then we play Stirling away from home, Annan and Crownbeaton back-to-back home games, Edinburgh City away and Berwick at home. The next live com we're going to come to will be on the 1st of October, Saturday, and we're going to play the league leaders currently, Forfar away from home, which is another Angus derby. So we'll come back to you then. Hopefully we've updated you on a few signings, maybe a few players let go, and of course recap you on those games. Thanks for watching, guys. Episode 2 wrapped up of the homecoming. Come back again. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Drop the video a like if you're enjoying it, and I will see you very soon. Thanks, take care, and goodbye.